what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jasmine and I am a second year biomedical engineering student at university. In today's video I'm going to be taking you through how I studied in my first year at university in an engineering subject. If you are taking a STEM subject, keep on watching. And again, if you're looking for more university study related videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more videos from me. Now, I want to say that my study technique changed from high school to university. One of the reasons of this being is because in high school I was always told at least 2 or 3 weeks before I had a test, but at university I am normally only told about a week in advance for my homeworks and tests. I did have to change my technique a little bit in that area. So the first thing I did would be to look through my textbook chapter summaries after I'd done all my lecture notes and everything. So we'd been through all the chapters, but each chapter in my textbook would have a summary with all of the key equations that you needed to learn. In SQA exams normally you get given a formula sheet, but at university you don't get given a formula sheet, so I had to learn all of these formulas. I kind of transitioned from using flashcards to study sheets at university. Study sheets as in, like, I'll put a video over the top of this when I'm talking, being like a couple sheets of paper where I'd write the key points and the equations, and I would just carry these about with me. So when I was on the train to visit my boyfriend or on the bus, I would pull these out and just have a read over them. However, I still did use flashcards for my formulas. As I said, I had to learn them, so it was useful to just have them there, like flick through them like just before the test and everything, so that I would have them fresh in my memory for the test. For active revision, I used the questions that the textbook gave you. My textbooks that I used had millions upon millions of questions that you could use, and they all had different difficulty level, like they were indicated. And in the back of the textbook, however, it only had answers to odd numbered questions, so obviously if I was stuck on an even numbered question I would have had to ask my lecturer or use Google to find it. And on this note, some textbooks, I know it's not free, but if your textbook is on Chegg, there are fully worked through answers to every single question in your textbook on Chegg, and it is so much easier to look at these rather than just be given the numerical answer at the back of the textbook and you're like, wait a minute, how the hell did they get that answer? So if they give you these worked through problems, it's so much easier to learn from them as well, because you can take note, you can print it out, take notes on it, and the next time you go back to do that question you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's how you do this question. Obviously don't use these written answers like to copy from them. Obviously try and do it yourself first, but if you are stuck, they are there for you. Another thing I did for active revision was to redo my homeworks and tutorials, because by the time you get to the test you have probably forgotten what questions were on there, so it's not going to be like doing the same question over and over and over again, so you just learn how to do the question rather than learning the material. Yes, I would redo them, and sometimes in tutorials I would leave specific questions, like I would leave every second question to leave for revision, because at my university they didn't take in the tutorials to mark, so it was like just for you. So I would leave these questions until it came to test exam time to do these. Now I know this video is kind of short, but this is the technique that I learned to study with this year. I'm not sure, it might change next year, so obviously I'll make an updated video on that. If anybody else has different study techniques, why don't you comment them down below and we can all learn from each other. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.